In fact, on average, most of our clients lose about 15 kilos and they keep it off long term. Surely that's something that you want to do. Hey guys, today I'm going to share with you 5 dependable weight loss tips for people over the age of 50. They're dependable because they work. And they're dependable because they're the exact same tips that I use in our Growing Younger program, which has helped transform hundreds of lives. In fact, guys, our members on average lose about 15 kilos and they actually keep it off for long periods of time. It's not a fad diet. It's not a get thin fast program. It's stuff because it works. And I'm guessing that's what you want. Am I right? Well, if you are, okay, like the video, can subscribe to the video, and if you are struggling with things, leave a comment down below. Let me know what you're struggling with, and I can create videos around the things that you struggle with. I've seen it all. Okay, I've been a personal trainer for a long time, a nutrition coach for a long time. I've actually lost over 20 kilos myself personally and kept that off for 8 years. That's quite rare. 95% of people that go on a diet fail. I'm one of the 5% of people that can actually, lose weight and maintain that weight for long periods of time. And I've helped other people do exactly the same thing. So who am I? I'm Gavin. I'm a personal trainer, nutrition coach and functional agent specialist. I'm the co-owner of the Growing Younger program. Alex and I make it easy for people over the age of 45 to lose weight, get fit, get strong, and stave off the negative effects of aging, which is what we all want, okay? But before I go into these tips, one quick thing for you, right? I want to know you need to ask yourself the question, why now? What has changed for you to want to lose weight right now and get healthy? It's an important question you must ask yourself, all right? If the answer is to lose weight for a holiday, it's probably not going to be strong enough for you moving forward, all right? It's probably not going to be dependable enough a reason for you to lean on in times of, when you don't feel like, and you got no motivation and you go to a party. Okay, the reason needs to be dependable. It needs to be something that in the morning when you wake up and you don't feel like getting out of bed or you don't feel like eating a healthy meal, you need to rely on this reason, okay? And for me, my reason is I never want to be fat again. I never wanted to be unhealthy. I never wanted to be puffed out walking upstairs, okay? That was the reason for me. And the days that I don't feel like training, I rely on that thought. That reminder for me is enough to keep me motivated, all right? So let me know in the comments what that is for you. What is going to be the dependable reason for you that's going to get you through the tough times, all right? Think about it. Don't just type something random. Have a really think about it. What's the emotional reason for you? What has happened for you to type into Google right now, how to lose weight? What's happened? And keep that in the front of your memory, all right? So, dependable tip number 1. This is simply about calories. Calories in, calories out. You must be in a calorie deficit, which means you must burn off more calories than you take in to lose weight, all right? There's a couple of ways you're going to do that, okay? But how do you know how many calories it is for you? Well, we don't. Ultimately, the only way you're going to know this is for you to test it. And the way you test it is by keeping a track of so basically weigh today, weigh in 7 days time, but in the 7 day in the 7 day period, keep a track of what you eat. Keep a count of how many calories you take in. The reason why I ask you to do that is because your metabolism is different to your friends, to mine, to your wife's, to your partner. And you got to know what it is. And the only way to do it is to test it. Be your own sort of scientist, okay? And track this stuff down. So let's just say in a week from time, you've kept a note of all your calories. And I'm going to give you some really cool tools of how to do that in a sec, all right? If in 7 days time, nothing's happened, it means you're eating exactly the same amount. The calories in, calories out equation is bang on. There's no ups and downs, all right? If you've lost weight, then it means you've been in a calorie deficit for the week, which means that whatever you're doing right now, keep on doing it until such a time it sort of plateaus, okay? If, however, your weight has gone up, it means you've eaten too many calories and you've put some weight on, okay? Now, then you ask yourself the question, if you lost weight, was it restrictive? Did you feel hungry all the time? Were you craving foods, all right? Were you hungry? All the questions you need to ask yourself. And if it was, then you need to kind of revisit your diary and go, well, what was I eating? if he was eating lots of low calorie, low nutrition, high calorie foods, biscuits, sweets, chocolates, crisps, okay, and were there high protein foods in there? Were there high fiber foods in there? Were there foods in there that are lots of volume, okay, which is basically gonna keep you fuller for longer? Or were they low volume foods, high calorie? And when I talk about high density, low calorie foods, I'm talking things like vegetables, lean proteins, complex carbohydrates. They're the stuff that you need to be eating more than the other stuff, all right? And then you can figure this out for yourself, all right? And if you, let's just say you lost weight, great. Keep doing what you're doing. Let's work in for a little while. If you didn't lose weight and you put weight on, then decrease your calories by about 500 per day through a combination of exercise and eating. And I'm going to discuss that again in a second. And then you repeat this process for a little while. Now, the calorie problem is that people say, I used one of these calculators and it gave me a number, I didn't lose weight. It just means the calculator wasn't right. I mean, end of the day, you will lose weight if you reduce your calories. And if you don't believe me, look to the third world countries. Look for people who are starving. None of them are obese. Okay, you know that, I know that. They're not obese. They're skinny, they're malnourished. It's because they're not enough calories. And if you don't believe that calories in, calories out works, then just look to those people. How many skinny, underfed people are overweight? They're not eating too much, okay? You gotta have some common sense. And if you're struggling with calorie counting, you just need to eat low calorie foods, nutrient dense, and more portion size of that. An example of that would be, I did it yesterday, 100 grams of rice versus 100 grams of pumpkin, let's say. 100 grams of pumpkin is about 29 calories. 100 grams of rice is about 300 calories. Now, if you eat the same volume of food in one sitting, you're not going to be hungry, it's going to fill you up. But you're not going to have the extra density and the calories to put you over your weight, all right? Okay. So when it comes to how you're going to track these calories, there's 3 tools that you can do, all right? MyFitnessPal, brilliant. I'm going to leave just as a little picture there of the icon. Really good. Type your food in, tracks all your calories, tells you exactly what you're doing. Another one is good, it's called Eat This Much. And Eat This Much actually provides you with meal options. So you type in how many calories you want. It's a free version, which is good. And it'll give you food suggestions. So you can basically create you a meal plan, which is really, really cool. And that's free as well. And the other way you can do it is to use just the old-fashioned handwriting, okay? nutritiondata.com. If you go to nutritiondata.com, you can type in the food, share many calories, write it in the diary, tally it up over the day. It's a little bit more of a laborious process, but if you're not very tech savvy, it's going to be a really good option for you. Dependable tip number 2, sleep, okay? Now, so many of my clients don't get enough sleep. They just don't, okay? They watching TV till late, they having 6 hours sleep, they're getting up early for whatever reason, working or whatever else, and the sleep they're getting is not quality. Now, what happens when you're tired, all right, is that there's a hunger hormone called ghrelin, which is released, and it offsets the other hunger hormone, leptin. And when you're always in a state of tiredness, you're kind of always in a state of hunger, and you're always a little bit munchy, you got the munchies, and you can't actually do it. And what happens is ghrelin comes and smacks you in the face, and you literally can't control it, regardless of what you do. So if you're tired, if you're not getting enough sleep, you're not going to be able to lose weight. Now, people will say there's a whole bunch of other reasons why sleep is important, but ultimately, that is it, okay? If you're tired, you're going to be hungrier. If you're tired, you're going to have less energy to want to exercise, okay? If you're tired, you've got less kind of control over your sort of mood and your emotions, and ultimately, you're not able to stay on track. So getting a good quality sleep. How much is quality sleep? They say about 8 or 9 hours. For me, it's about 9 hours. If I have less than 7, 8 hours, I get really tired, I get really hungry. So you got to find out what that is for you. And how the way you do get good quality sleep is simple. 2 things. Find out what time you're waking up in the morning. Count back 8 hours. And that is going to be your rough bedtime. Number 2 is basically before bed, turn off all devices. All right? Because the blue light from your phone and from your TV acts as like stimulant for you, like caffeine for your brain. So even when you do go to sleep, your kind of brain is still wired, okay? And it's not a good restful sleep. They're the 2 things you can do. Count back 8 hours, turn off your devices an hour before bed. And that'll set you up for a really, really good way. And you will feel really, really good. Will it happen straight away? No, it's going to take a bit of practice. You may need you a couple of weeks to get into this routine. But when you do, you will feel amazing. I promise you that, okay? Number 3, dependable tip number 3. Alcohol. Sorry, guys. When I was a young fella, okay, I'm 41 now. When I was a young fella, drinking alcohol was seen to be a manly thing. Yeah, beers, 10 beers, let's get smashed, okay? And okay, cool, brilliant. But as you get older, you kind of be a bit smarter. You get smarter as you get older, get wiser, all right? Now, we all like a beer with a barbecue, and like a beer with a meal, or a wine, or whatever that is for you. But you got to understand that about a standard beer is about 150 calories. Now, most guys can't stop at one beer. They might have 2 beers, or 3 beers, or 4 beers. So then you're looking at about 500 or 600 calories in a sitting, okay? Then what happens is the alcohol itself makes you hungry, and then you're going to eat unhealthy foods because your inhibitions are going down, and you got the munchies, and you're thirsty, and you're dehydrated, and that adds up, and you could potentially do 1,000 calories every single time you go over some beers. So it's not the beers itself, it's the quantity of beers, and it's the stuff that comes with it, and you probably overeat. So, you know, I don't want to be killjoy. I want you to have a beer and enjoy it, that's fine. But you got to understand, you know, you see people that's done dry July, they lose weight, or every single one of them. You know it, I know it, because they're cutting out a bunch of calories, okay? So if you're somebody that drinks regularly, really reduce the alcohol. You know, take it down to the minimum effective dose that you enjoy it, but it's not excessive, and you'll be fine. Then what happens? Your sleep improves. You're not waking up groggy the next day, all right? Then you've got more energy to do stuff, and over time, it makes a massive, massive difference in your health, okay? Dependable tip number 4. Exercise. No brainer. Everyone knows that you got to exercise, and you got to do both. You got to train with weights, and you got to do some cardio. Okay, weight training is brilliant. Okay, it stimulates muscle, it gets you stronger, it makes you start feeling, you know, good again, and you can do more things. Weight training builds a reserve for life. All right, and it may be that you're not sure what to do, and that's cool. You just got to go in. Okay, and this is out of the scope of this video, but you know, get yourself a good weight training program. Give me a text if you want. Search up online. There's loads of stuff on there, and just start with a weight training program, right? You're going to burn off, if you're 80 kilograms, and you're going to burn off about 300 to 400 calories per hour doing that, just weight training, all right? Then you got cardio. The most important muscle in your body, stop it, is your heart, okay? Because you know, you need to make that heart pump. You got to make it work. Your exercises, so it pumps the blood, keeps your heart and lungs healthy. It stays off cardiovascular disease, all those sorts of things. But it's also a fantastic calorie burner. You can burn up to about 500 calories an hour, 600 calories an hour, depending on your size and the speed that you walk, and it's a good bang for your buck. High intensity interval training that you've probably read about, brilliant. Too hard. Most of us can't do it. It's unpleasant, makes you feel sick. But a nice walk, a nice 45-hour walk, really good for you, okay? Get the fresh air, get the scenery, big bang for your buck. And if you do that over time, you're going to burn a bunch of calories off, and it's going to be up to your 500 calories per day. Like I said, 250 calories from food, 250 calories from exercise. That's not much. That's all you need to be in a deficit to start losing some weight. I promise you it'll work, all right? All right. Dependable tip number 5. Guys, you got to take action. You got to start taking some action. And what I want from these videos, I want you guys to take action. I want you guys to take something I've just said in this video and actually put that into action. So what is it going to be for you? Leave a comment in the description and tell me out of this video, what are you going to try? Okay? What are you going to try and do to get fit and healthy? Think about the reason why you want to do it. What is the action step that you're going to take? And what I want you to do, my challenges to you is in 7 days time from now, whatever one you've chosen out of these 4 or 5 tips, okay, is I want you to leave me a comment now and a comment in 7 days and tell me what happened. And I'll help you then. So if nothing happened, worst case scenario, maybe we could have a discussion in the comments and I can explain to you how to do it, okay? Get a bit of free coaching, okay? But if something happened, let me know. I promise you these tips will work. They are time and tested, they're dependable. You can always go on them regardless of what else is going on. Lemon water, who cares, you know? These are the things that work over time. I promise you that right now. So choose one tip, guarantee one will work. But like I said, you need to put this stuff into action. Dependable tip number 5, right? So if you like the video, guys, please leave a comment down below. Tell me what's going on. See if I can help you. hit the subscribe button, give it a share if you want, give this video a share, save it so you can go back to it and learn later on, okay? And if you need some help, in the description, we actually coach people over the age of 45 up to 80. Alex and Alex is a physio. We got a fantastic combo, and we get people results, like I say, with clients all over the place. And if you want to just discuss a little bit more, there's an expression of interest form down below. All you need to do is fill it out. We're not going to give you any money. It's just going to give you phone number and email. And we'll give you a chat and we'll discuss it and see if the Growing Younger program is right for you. Maybe, it may not be. It's all good. But ultimately, you know, it's just sometimes you need a bit of help to do that, okay? So like I said, leave a comment down below. Hope you liked the video. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. Cheers, guys. Bye-bye.